Well, in 1990, I moved to Rhode Island from New Jersey, and I was exploring the neighborhood when someone suggested that I go and take a look at Blithewold. So I came down here, and I still remember as I drove through the front gate that I had a very strange feeling that this was a very important place and it was going to be part of my life.
Well, I really think her impact on Blithewold has been monumental. She started off as a tour guide. She quickly recognized the enormous amount of material that this family had stowed away in corners all over the house. Letters, travel journals, photographs, never mind, the physical collection. An enormous amount of material, all waiting to be organized and interpreted and ultimately made accessible for the public to understand the story of this incredible house and the gardens.
As you walk around the house and look at the various exhibition cabinets which have been created, and you see wonderful things behind glass. Those are because of Margaret, because she, worked her way through the boxes and boxes of stuff and recognized when things which were historic and valuable, and then, traced their origin and got them conserved so that they could be shown and interpreted. And I think that makes the house much more lively when you have not just the rooms and the furniture, but also the personal effects, the postcards, the travel logs and the dresses and the hats and canes and silver and all the stuff that went on with the daily life.
Well, the third floor, when I first got here, was just a sort of rabbit warren of rooms with no climate control and old boxes and drawers, chests of drawers full of things and trunks full of things that were just sort of jumbled in. Within a couple of years, Margaret had started working on that, and so things got new acid-free boxes and acid-free tissue. And then when I went to Washington to work for 5 years and came back, all of a sudden there was this incredible metamorphosis up on the third floor, and it is now a pretty much state-of-the-art storage area and workroom with climate control and beautiful boxes and just lusciously put together for conservation and for a curator.
So Margaret wrote 2 books about the history of Blithewold and my family, how they came here in, I think it was 1896. The books were very important, I think, for the public to know about the property, to know about the history of it, and to see and learn more about the Van Wickle family.
I am enormously proud of all the work that's been done here, not just by myself, but by all the people helping me. The volunteers have been absolutely wonderful. In fact, there should be another word for them, because a volunteer doesn't tell you how devoted these people were. They've worked for years here, and they come every week, and they have their own projects, and they become very involved with them. We speak of the third floor very proudly. It's a very special unit. I'm really enormously proud of all the volunteers. They're just wonderful. And they will keep going. There's still more to do.